Mr. Chairman, officers of FIM, attendees of the 4th International Orchestra Conference, officers of the Federation, officers of the Quebec Guild, Local 406, AFM, dignitaries and guests. On behalf of the entire membership of the American Federation of Musicians of the United States and Canada, I'm pleased to welcome you to the conference, and I'm glad to be here with you this week, along with AFM Secretary-Treasurer Jay Blumenthal, our Vice President from Canada, Alan Willert, International Officer Tino Gagliardi, Symphonic Services Director and Special Counsel Rochelle Skolnick, and our player conference representatives Meredith Snow of ICSOM, John Michael Smith of ROPA, and Robert Frazier of OXOM. We all extend our best wishes for a successful conference. We're gathered here in this wonderful city, in this country of unparalleled beauty, in this excellent hotel, to share information, experiences, and ideas that will benefit and enlighten musicians performing in symphonic institutions around the world. And as we talk about some of the challenges we face, I want us to do that in the context of the greater challenge that affects relationships between all of us, the same challenge that we've always faced. Those of us who are musicians in this room understand our passion as musicians to perform perfectly, not just because that is our livelihood, but because that is what gives meaning to our lives. It's who and what we are. It's also about the pride we feel when we can control our own destiny through the making of music, when we believe we are reaching our potential as musicians. It's about being fairly compensated for the artistic excellence and the joy that we bring to the world. From the time we began to organize sound, we began to understand that working to align ourselves together perfectly as musicians gave us the harmony and the unity that we needed, because we are all stronger together. The issues that we always face rest on that greater challenge: how we can achieve fair compensation and fair treatment from the power of our music. What we struggle with since the very beginning: we make all the music, but everybody else makes all the money. That's our eternal contest. How can we achieve fairness for what we do? But we can get there if we apply the same principle that we live by when we perform as musicians, if we have the will to do it. The answer is unity. The union movement in North America began in the late 19th century, just as innovative technology began to alter how the public consumed media. And we went from live music in the theater pits all the way to today, where we have digital distribution through SiriusXM and Pandora, on-demand audiovisual streaming, Spotify, Apple, YouTube, Hulu, Amazon, Netflix, and everything else. And for musicians in the U.S. and Canada, the only way we can drive a fair bargain for what we do and how we are distributed in media depends largely on collective bargaining. But a fair bargain for media was far easier in the early days, when production and distribution of music was less efficient, more expensive, and less integrated. The technological landscape today, and we'll talk about that later on in this conference, is far different. We're in a time of convergence, where the marriage of digitization, production, transmission technology has blurred the lines between broadcasting, streaming, and social new media. We're experiencing an unparalleled surge of innovation, resulting in a global techno-economic paradigm shift. Today, control over the means of production and distribution, formerly in the analog world, they were separate, but now they're digitally unified. It's produced winners and losers. All you have to do is follow the money. Like Google, YouTube, and Facebook, last month CNBC reported $106 billion from advertising this year they will take. A couple of days ago, getting ready for this conference, I went to YouTube and I searched for the Chicago Symphony Orchestra. I clicked on CSO's May the 8th, 2015 performance of Beethoven's Ninth. Very popular clip, 6 million hits. Before I was able to access the Beethoven, first thing I got was an ad about nasal congestion relief. It's very funny because I had recently searched online through Google for allergy medicine. You see, Google, YouTube's parent company, knew that. And so they enabled YouTube to target my interest in the Chicago Symphony to spot play a specific advertiser, Rhinocort nasal spray. So then I thought, well, I'm going to click on the New York Philharmonic. I did that, and before I could see the New York Philharmonic's performance of Stravinsky's Pulcinella, I was forced to view an ad for spelling and punctuation error application. You see, Google knew that when I write my columns for the International Musician, I use a free online spelling dictionary and thesaurus application, and they thought, you know what, we can get him to, if we can get him to buy this, we can make more money. See, Google knew that, and they targeted my search that way. Then, I just wanted to round out this exercise. I went to the YouTube clip from the Iceland Symphony Orchestra. And by the way, everyone here, if your orchestra has clips on YouTube, raise your right hand. Okay, that's just what I wanted to say. So I clicked on the Iceland Symphony Orchestra. Mozart's Clarinet Concerto in A major. You know, you can do that too. You know, during a break, you can click on it. There again was the same nasal spray ad that I had clicked on when I clicked on the Chicago Symphony. So I said, you know, I'm going to get out of this. I'll refresh the page. And what do you think I got then? I got an ad that promoted six-pack abs. Six-pack abs. You know, I'm a one-pack ab guy. You know, they knew that too. I don't know how they knew it, but they did. You see, years ago there was no money in clip and excerpt use online. Today it's been monetized into the billions. And in its advertiser-supported streaming model, YouTube is using content by Chicago, New York, Iceland, and every other orchestra in the world to make lots and lots and lots and lots of money. My question to you is, and this is a question we all should have, will the musicians who perform to perfection in those clips, will they ever receive their fair share of that income? So very soon, Jay and Rochelle, Meredith, John, and I, together with local officers and player reps from dozens of orchestras, will be bargaining a new media contract for symphonic media. And, you know, we will absolutely know that our managers recognize the value that musicians add to music through the media. When our talent improves the financial well-being of the media industry, the livelihood of professional musicians should improve as well. Because if we surrender complete control over production and distribution, we lose our leverage and our stake in the content. We cede the higher ground to management, middlemen, agents, and others in the food chain. We lose control of our destiny and our ability to reach our potential as musicians. But we can change that. We can fight it. And we can win if we do what we always do together as musicians. If we work together. All of us around the world work together. Because we're stronger together and because in unity there is strength. It's just like Eric Clapton said, through the power of our music, we can change the world. It's great to be with you today. Brothers and sisters, may God bless you, and may God bless the 4th International Orchestra Conference. Thank you. Thank you.